to another episode. In today's episode, we'll be covering a Game Week 5 team review, as well as a Game Week 6 team selection and player transfer options. However, before we do, please remember to like, smash that subscribe button, and follow us on Twitter at FPL_A+. Also feel free to join our FPL mini league. So how did the team do in Game Week 5? At the back in defence, Manchester City were quite solid, keeping a clean sheet, resulting in Ederson and Ruben Dias both yielding 6-point returns. Liverpool conceded a goal against Newcastle, resulting in Alexander-Arnold scoring only 2 points. Ivan Perisic was quite solid and on target for a 4-point return until getting a yellow card in the dying moments of the match, which resulted in him getting only 1 point at the end. In the midfield, Mo Salah scored 2 assists, resulting in a 10-point return. Gabriel Martinelli scored a goal for Arsenal, resulting in another brilliant display and 10 points. Pascal Gross looked quite lively and was unfortunate to only return 2 points. Coming off the bench for Zinchenko and James, who both never played due to injuries, Andreas returned 6 points with an assist for Fulham. Up front, Gabriel Jesus scored a goal in returning a 6-point score for Arsenal. Ivan Toney looked very lively, missed quite a few shots on target, and on another day he might have scored 1 or 2 goals, but was unfortunate to only come back with 1 point. And the star of the game week was again the Terminator, Erling Haaland, who scored another hat-trick, this time in the first half, and returned 34 points as our captain. In total, this resulted in a score of 84 points, which is 22 points more than the average of 62. We're quite happy with how this has impacted our rank, which has resulted in about nearly halving our rank from about 2 million to 1.1 million. Rank is still quite volatile at this moment until I'd say about game week 10. So there is still quite a few places that can be made up with astute and strategic moves. This is the current standings for the FPLA Super League. In first place we've got Calvin David Mukibi. In second spot we've got Dennis Kuswanda. Third spot we've got Selo Mello. Fourth spot we've got Arnav Gog. These players have all moved up since the prior week. And then in fifth spot we've got Jordan Owakani. Sixth spot we've got Pedro Azevedo. Seventh place we've got Shazad Ahmed, shared jointly with Gamu Precious. In ninth spot we have got Madua Bucci Nathaniel. And 10th place we have got Dries Ottavari. Well done to everybody that's made it into the top 10. And those that still want to join, you are still welcome to join. And those that are outside of the top 10, keep on pushing these guys so that you can also try to finish in the top 10. Out of interest, you'll note that the top 4 on the log all captained Haaland and therefore moved up. Those that captained Salah from 5th to 7th, they actually moved down. Currently on our players watch list, some interesting players that I have in mind at this stage to either consider either long-term, or some of them could be a 1-week punt. Just please bear in mind that the players that have the exclamation mark next to them, these are potential explosive players, but they are either not completely nailed on or their minutes are not guaranteed. So in the first player on the watch list that we have is Estupinian, with some lovely fixtures against Leicester and Bournemouth next. At only 4.5 million, he definitely presents great value, some attacking threat as well. He returned an assist in the last game week, so he's definitely one to keep an eye on. Aubameyang is joined Chelsea. He's back in the Premier League. We all know what he can do, and with his price that is under 10 million currently, he is definitely someone to keep an eye on as well. Perhaps not the first game week. I doubt he'll actually be playing against West Ham. I understand that he needs to actually get permission to actually get a special mask due to a jaw injury. But if he starts at the next match, someone that could potentially surprise, as the next match is against Fulham. Then we've got Julian Alvarez, who looked very lively when he was partnered with Erling Haaland. Definitely someone that I rate quite highly at only 6.2 million, unbelievable value. And imagine playing Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland as a combination. It would be absolutely explosive. Then we've got Neco Williams, who at 4.1 million is one of the most attacking defenders in terms of value that you can expect, and his fixtures are looking absolutely smashing, playing Bournemouth and Leeds and Fulham in his next 3 matches, so definitely someone that's on top of my current shopping list. Then we've got Darwin, who is back from his red card suspension. His fixtures, probably a bit of a mixed bag, but he's such a top quality player that he can be explosive in any match. Then we've got Mitrovic, who has been absolutely brilliant in lighting up the Premier League again, and I would actually not even be looking at fixtures for him. I think he is quite fixture proof. Everything that Fulham do actually goes through Mitrovic, so if there is a goal, there is a very big chance that Mitrovic would be involved. Then we've got Harry Kane, who is not as popular currently due to the popularity of Erling Haaland. However, Harry Kane has got a great fixture against Fulham and plays Leicester also in the next 3 game weeks. So he's also one to keep an eye on if you're looking for some upside points. And then we've got Matt Doherty, who when he played for Spurs last season before his injury was absolutely in sublime form. Unfortunately, he had quite a severe injury and he's actually trying to get up to full fitness. So when he is available, he's definitely someone that I've got my eye on. At only 4.6 million, he could represent unbelievable attacking value if you're looking for some attacking returns, and clean sheet odds also when Spurs are playing teams that the attacking options are quite limited. At this stage, the transfer options that we are considering, the first option, this is pending any firm news on whether Erling Haaland does not play at all in game week 6. If Erling Haaland either starts or appears to play 20 to 30 minutes, he might still actually retain his place. However, Harry Kane is playing Fulham. There could be some upside there. 90 minutes of Harry Kane, assuming that he does play and he's not rested. However, in making the switch, if you look at the fixtures, Kane plays Man City next, and you probably would want Erling Haaland for that match, which means that you would need to switch to Kane and then switch back to Haaland. So that I'm not so sure that that is the most optimal use of 2 transfers. However, Kane, as you know, is world class. He can score against anyone. And then his next match after Manchester City is against Leicester, who have been very leaky this past season. So that is actually quite a good fixture as well. Looking at Erling Haaland's fixtures, they look probably a bit better than Harry Kane's. However, I would almost say that fixtures don't really matter for Erling Haaland. He's so explosive that he can score against anyone. So quite a tough decision to make. The other transfer options that's currently being considered, and this is probably a bit more likely given the team news today, where Arteta has appeared to mention that Zinchenko is still quite a bit of a doubt to play, as he has not yet trained with the team. Whether this means that he will definitely not play, or if this is a decoy in terms of mind games ahead of the fixture that they're playing against Manchester United, as many people thought based on earlier comments this week that Zinchenko was likely to play after he was seen in training. So that's quite a tricky one. The player that could likely take his place with the significant upside is Nico Williams. This releases some cash that can be used to upgrade elsewhere in the team in a later game week. And also Nico Williams is playing against one of the worst defenses in terms of Bournemouth, so there is definitely more upside. So even if Zinchenko plays, you would expect Nico Williams would probably outscore him and pay back that transfer. However, this is for a fee transfer, so it seems almost like the most likely option. If we don't transfer out Zinchenko, the other option is Perisic, either for Nico Williams or for Doherty if there is word that, or a team news leak that he's likely to start. That move is probably more unlikely, as Perisic could possibly even come on for 20 minutes and could still get an attacking return, as well as the fact that Spurs are playing against what on paper would be weaker opposition in terms of Fulham, whereas Arsenal are playing against Manchester United. Okay, so this is how the team currently lines up with, if no transfers were made, if Zinchenko plays and Perisic is not, then Zinchenko would take the place of Perisic. Otherwise, Perisic is likely to start if we do not consider one of the transfer options that we mentioned previously. If we do consider the transfer options, then either Perisic or Haaland are the players, or Zinchenko, that are likely to be transferred out. Now the team will line up is as follows: Ederson, Alexander-Arnold, Perisic, Ruben Dias. We would have Reece James at the back. In midfield we would have Mo Salah, we would have Gabriel Martinelli, Pascal Gross. Up front we'd have Gabriel Jesus, Erling Haaland and Ivan Toney. This is with a total team value of 101.5 million with 0.1 million in the bank. On the bench we would have Ward, Zinchenko, Andreas and De Silva. At this point the captaincy is on Mo Salah, with the vice-captaincy armband on Erling Haaland. However, this is another one of those game weeks that could be quite tough and tricky to decide. The view currently is that Erling Haaland would possibly play but might get limited minutes, possibly 20 to 30 minutes, and Mo Salah is likely to get 90 minutes against a depleted Everton team that has struggled quite a bit this season. However, we know what Erling Haaland can do in 20 to 30 minutes, so it's not such an easy decision and is going to go down to the final minutes before deadline possibly. So that's it basically for this game week. Hope you enjoyed the video. All the best for game week 6. Until next time, cheerio.